We were very keen to set up, considering we have hotels across. We have in Mumbai, Pune, we have in remote locations, we have in urban areas also. But everywhere it was very difficult for us to have a consistency in our reservations. So we decided that we need to set up a central reservations, and we were looking for someone who would give us a solution to create a central reservation system. And Limesh Bhai was showing all the things and talking to us, and while he was talking to us about central reservations and the system Synapse, which is their product, and while he was explaining about Synapse, and he was doing something again from his mobile and other things, and the discussion shifted from the Synapse to the Enjay CRM, and that's basically how we got hooked onto Enjay CRM. Before that, we already had a CRM software, and let me be very frank. In fact, even today, though I have shared many times the feedback of my excellent experience with various other people from our industry, but many people from our industry used to fail to understand that the jargon is not important. You may not use the jargon, but the process flow and the work is very important. And in our industry working also, our NJ is a better performer than many of the CRMs we have seen, which are specifically made for our industry. Because what they are doing is, where I find them lacking, rather, is the right word I'd use, is that they are focusing on what makes hoteliers and restaurateurs comfortable in terms of this, in terms of comfort of the jargon, or the the feeling that ye mere ko, that comfort they're giving. But what we need is not comfort. What we need is a nice, rigid, and accountable process which cannot be deviated from. So whether he's a newcomer or whether he's an old person, he works as per a flow, and the flow gives you the outcome, not the jargon. And so many things we also as a company had to unlearn to use CRM of NJ, rather than when I heard about Mr. Danish, I think, who spoke about how some people left their organization after NJ starting. I think that is a very good sign, because that sign was there in Kamats also. In Kamats also, we have people who have worked 15 years, 20 years, and yet some of those people, they moved on. And I take that as a, when I look back, it is only a positive sign. The reason being that if you want improvement, you have to have change, and if people are not ready for that change, then they are the ones who are actually holding you back. Though they may be a partner in your progress at that moment, but to go to the next level, sometimes you have to let go of your parents. Sorry, I'll just have completing the story about Limesh Bhai. So Limesh Bhai was talking to me, and then I saw NJ, and then eventually we took Synapse also and NJ also, both. The reason being that they fit perfectly together, and we have actually already recovered our money, Limesh bhai, but please, we have आपके लिए नहीं है. We have recovered our money from Synapse only from one hotel. I'll give an example how. It was basically, it is basically in Konkan at a place called Murud. And Murud Dapoli, the network is very bad. The only connectivity you have is BSNL. And BSNL में कैसा है, चला तो चला, डाउन हो गया तो फिर भूल जाओ, जब वो चालू होएगा तब चालू होएगा. That's the kind of service that you get in that rural area, and no other service we would get in terms of the internet services or telephone, even basic telephone, that also would not. Mobile is a distant dream. What happened was, by creating a Synapse network in which Limesh Bhai and Vishal and various others, they took a lot of effort, and they really handheld us in that. All the calls and business which we were losing because people were calling that hotel and it was not getting through, obviously, and our business was struggling. Very frankly, even Kamat struggled. Why not? Everyone thinks Kamat acha chalta hai. No, it's because of people like Limesh Bhai and team who came across and made us help and helped us. And our business from there went up drastically, because our call center was set up in Mumbai. The calls were now tracked. The central reservations allowed anybody to call anytime. The consistency in terms of the language, talking, upselling, all that was able to be done, because in rural we were not able to necessarily retain good people in our reservations. So the whole dynamics only changed from just one hotel. And that one hotel gave confidence to all other general managers to be able to build, to be able to have more. See, ultimately, we all depend on human beings. And the biggest thing, that the challenge we face, is their insecurity. How do you make them less insecure? because that is always going to be, whether it's job insecurity, power let going insecurity, or just a comfort zone se bahar nikalne ka insecurity. That is something which changed the mindset for us, for our central reservations. And even our Fort Jadavgarh, they have extremely benefited because they were not able to handle the number of calls. But with the Synapse having the multi jumping and other features, and after that putting it in the NJ, so that the call would then go, the lead would then go to the salesman. So like this, we did definitely find a lot of utility extraction happening. I don't think we are still utilizing it to its full potential, and that is why it's a continuous journey. A CRM is never a full stop. It is basically always a dot dot dot. And I hope that, learning from various other people like you all, our problems are the same. The nomenclature may change. So that is where you learn from other people the ideas, and accordingly we can take those ideas forward. So this is my brief experience which I've had with NJ. देयर हैव बीन लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर एक्चुअली इसके हकदार हैं. हमारी टीम में भी बहुत सारे लोग, एक बार जब उन्होंने नस पकड़ लिया कि बाबा इससे हम लोगों को फायदा क्या है, एंड हाउ दिस कैन बेसिकली हेल्प इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेजरेबल, जैसे आप हमेशा बोलते हैं और आपके बुक में भी है, unless and until it is not measurable, it will not motivate. So whatever metrics you do, if that metrics is measurable, then only your employee will be motivated, or you will be motivated to somehow motivate your employee. Sam dam danda bhed. So the measurability was one very big thing which helped us a lot. Even the calls being missed, a simple thing like that log coming has helped so much, because now due to the people not wanting to miss the calls, or they can call back after that, a simple feature like that also has helped definitely in this regard.